Hi, friends. It's me, host Eric, talking Invincible. Getting ready to go to Tucson. See a horse mumbler. I'm going to take you out to dinner tonight. My treat. We'll go someplace decent. It's currently 3:25 in the a.m. in Los Angeles, but I am awake. And I'd sort of planned to get out of here by 5 a.m. Not really any huge point in getting out of here much earlier than that. I'm not going to be able to check in until like 2 o'clock probably, so I might as well kill a little more time here before I leave. At the moment, I guess I'm feeling how you say, not really woken up, but it's okay. Oh, my poor kitty pants. Still limping so much. Front left leg. I don't know what to do about it. I have to take her to the bed. She doesn't like going to the bed, though. Got some coffee brewing. Oh, my poor kittiness. With her limpy lumpkin leg. I'm sorry you're a limpy lumpkins. Oh, my poor baby. I love you. I'm sorry you're hurt. Alright, I'm going to go make myself a cup of coffee here. Oh, my pee. My poor baby. I'm sorry you hurt your leg. I keep waiting for it to improve. Oh, so good and true and just and fine and special. Here you go, fish. You can have some fish food. You guys like fish food, remember? Only one person here still, huh? Not a very good time to live stream, I guess. Let's smoke this cigarette. Oh, yeah. The thing is, I don't need to bring very much. Bring some pants, underwear, shirt, You know, I bring regular shoes too. The flip flops. I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and shitty and gay. I will tell you something though. I feel a serious poop coming on. It's not joking around. It's poop. Okay, my basic take on this is that my poop waits for no man. I'm gonna have to go poop right now. I'll be right back though. Well, that's a lot better. All the poop has fallen from my body into the toilet, and I have flushed it down the toilet. Fenty Deluxe loves you too, Lisa. That's good news. Oh, must I tell you about the tragedy of Fenty Deluxe and me yesterday? We made such a good video about ENFPs and ENTPs, except I fucked it up and I failed to record the audio on my end. It's a goddamn shame, let me tell you. Goddamn shame. He tried to read your nipples and explain them to you? This is the left one and this is the right one. I'm doing just fine. I got up early because I'm leaving for Tucson this morning to visit a horse mumbler. So I told myself I was going to leave about 5 a.m., but the reality is I'm not going to be able to check into the hotel until I like that movement, Lisa. I like that movement a lot. One of my favorite movements. I had a good time too, Fenty Deluxe. I just felt like a dummy is what I felt like. I will say hi to Horse Mumbler for Octavia. So the Horse Mumbler and I will, I'm sure, be live streaming this evening at some point. I used to have family in Tucson, actually, but they're dead now. Yeah, I really want to stress that, hey, feminists, listen, I'm 1,000,000% on your side when your plan is to show more titty. That's a great plan. I'm with you 100% on that. More titty. Absolutely. I'm not going to kiss Horse Mumbler on the lips on your behalf, Lisa. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. It's a good idea. It's definitely a good idea. What time is it? It's 3:37 in the morning. Well, you know, Mrs. Mom, Horse Mumbler reminds me a little bit of Unify. Years ago, Unify was an INTP who lived in Detroit that I only talked to via the chat like this. And then one day I said, you know what, Unify, I'm going to visit you in Detroit. And the first time anybody ever saw him, after years of him chatting like this, was when I finally went to Detroit and he was on we made a video together, you know? And it turned out he was a young, dark-skinned male of indeterminate race, you know? And I had no idea who he was or anything until I met him in person in Detroit. We went out to dinner. I will take Horse Mumbler out to dinner. Unify and I went to the steakhouse in the casino in Detroit. And I stayed in the casino. I stayed at there's a casino there. I forget which casino it is. It cost me $400 to stay that one night in that casino because I got the room for like $200. I was like, I'm gonna splurge. I'm gonna get a nice room at the casino. And then I was late a day, and I had to pay like an extra $150 or something for it. It was ridiculous. I was late today because my car had broken down. No, I barely gambled at all. I spent like $20 gambling, maybe. I'm not a huge gambler. I like gambling, but I don't like losing money. As soon as I lose like 20 or $40, I'm just like, I'm tired of gambling. When I do gamble, I tell you I have a specific way I like to gamble. There's this slot machine called Super Keno, which lets you play or 4-card Keno or multi-card Keno. The best one is multi-card Keno, where you got 20 Keno cards. This is a different car. This car is in great shape. I get this car very yes, beautiful men of all types. Anyhow, this particular paper bet bragging rights. I mean, I tell you who I am saying it's going to be the Chiefs over whomever by a large amount. I think the Chiefs are going to win. I mean, look, if I want to bet on sports, I'll bet on them myself. But I'm just telling you, if you want to bet on sports, the Chiefs are going to win the thing. The Chiefs look so good against the Texans. You know, just unbelievable. They look such a beast team. I just can't imagine anybody beating the Chiefs. That's good reasoning, Lisa. Let's think of art. It's important. Art's super important. You know, I don't know if you guys are aware of this. My girlfriend has 2 boobs, one on each side. It's true. That was a long time ago, Elizabeth B. Milburn. That was a very long time ago. You don't hear that very often. Well, I was a Warren Moon fan, and since he left, I just haven't been into football. Ooh, Winston's mom. Have you forgotten about my organization, Racists Against Vikings E? Or RAVE? Yes, everybody knows it's okay to be racist against Vikings. Why? Well, because they pillage so much, of course. Pillagers never prosper. You've heard that old saying before. Pillagers never prosper. Well, that's why I've started Racists Against Vikings E, or RAVE. Goddamn Vikings with their long boats. You know, rowing themselves around, attacking people. It's not cool. I'll tell you one thing I'm bringing with me to see Horse Mom work. I'm bringing some blanks. Bringing some blank cards here so that we can draw cards together. That'll be fun. I mean, when ladies follow me now, I don't know. I feel pretty stoked, actually. Pretty fucking fortunate. Um, there's a my channel is like 50-50 views from men and women. That's impressive. I'm impressed with myself because it's not easy to get equal amounts of women viewers as men. And the fact that women like my channel and like to watch me and stuff, I find very gratifying. It's I like to hang out with chicks. I've always liked to hang out with chicks. It's like I like their conversation better than men's conversations usually. I don't want to talk about cars. I don't really want to talk about sports. I do like to talk about sports some. I like sports, but it's just not that there's just not that much intuitive room to play when you're talking about sports or cars. Uh, you know, when I grew up, my mom, an English teacher, she'd have her English teacher friends over and they'd all hang out and chat together at my house and drink wine on like Friday afternoon or something. And I would just love to sit there and listen to them chat. I didn't even feel the need to talk at all. I just listened to them talk about, chick stuff like drama at work and students and teaching stuff. And it just still seems so interesting to me. How do any DOMs approach a sports game versus SE DOMs? Well, I mean, it depends if they have some kind of advantage. I remember there was this big showdown in basketball between me and this friend who just probably was an SE Dom who'd gotten a little fat and who was shorter than me, but who still was convinced he's going to whip my ass at basketball. And after some trash talking back and forth, this was in my 20s, we actually went out and played, and I barely won the first game as he fought really hard, but I won the first game. And then we were going to do 2 out of 3, and I just destroyed him in the second game. I'm not flying Drowning Blonde. I'm driving. It's only a 6.5 hour drive for me. Typology in German? Oh, no. Nobody's allowed to talk about typology in German. Das ist verboten. Everybody knows that. No one steal my lighter. Yes, also. He attracts the right kind of crowd and doesn't judge them or pontificate. Are you saying I judge people and pontificate? Is that what you're saying? I do pontificate. Yes, and I judge people too. Hey, that's not necessarily a bad thing. The churrero will wake me up? What's a churrero? What's a churrero? I don't know what that is. Big fire? Bong, big fire. Indeed. Well, remember, Arizona is kind of a big state. Oh, I see. It's just, well, that's not pontificating. That's being a douchebag. Let's see where in Arizona Tucson is. Because, it's kind of a big state. Directions to Tuscon, Arizona. 7 hours. So it's south of Phoenix. I go due east to Phoenix, then south to Tucson. 7 hours. My destination is in a different time zone. Oh no. It's okay. I can live with that. Do I go through Nevada at all? No. I don't. The Gila National Forest. Tempe, there's Tempe. My grandmother, when she was the first woman pharmacist in Arizona, the state of Arizona, and she opened Tempe Drug. I found out recently from my dad that she cheated to get her pharmacy license. Oh. Yeah. It's hard to steal a torch and get away with it, you know. It's hard to claim that you accidentally stuck this in your pocket and walked away with it. It's a tough claim to substantiate, to sustain, I guess you'd say. Fallen. Winston's mom, you are busy on the internet. You are busy AF. You are one busy internet lady. Oh, my PNP. So beautiful and gorgeous and good and true and just so special. Yes, you are. I'm not lying this time. Well, I mean, the thing is, recognizing archetypes is one manifestation of NI, but whether or not something's an archetype has a lot to do with your SI understanding of things, whether or not you consider things archetypal. Or at least use that word. Cloud. Congratulations on your INFJ, girl. ESFPs, if you really are an ESFP, ESFPs and INFJs don't go together. Don't be a heartbreaker, Cloud. Ain't no good to come with that. Winston's mom, I believe we talked about how you were supposed to reject the PH and spell your name with Fs. I think we talked about that already. And here I see a PH from you again. What's up with that? Cloud, other human beings are not levels. This is not a competition. You are not establishing some sort of concrete sense of self by screwing a bunch of chicks. Two Fs, Winston's mom. Okay? I want there to be two Fs. Steph Plenty. I think any is the bridge from NI to the ego body to body spirit. I think that's why I stay here. I think stuff. And you put it into words. Well, I definitely think any is the bridge from the internal to the external. You know, it's like I never really know anything until I talk it out, it seems like. Because oh, that's Reddy Chandran. Such a silly goose. I'm going to smoke a cigarette now. Can you guys chat amongst yourselves? Winston's mom, like Fancy Deluxe, you'll always be Winston's mom to me. Which is not really like Fancy Deluxe, who will always be Fancy Deluxe to me. But when I learn people's names after I've known them by their internet handle, I want to continue just calling them by their internet handle. Like Spacey always remained Spacey. He never became Steven to me. I never called him Steve or Steven. He didn't seem like a Steven to me. I think his parents gave him the wrong name. They should have just named him Spacey. Like, I'm kind of stunned that my parents forgot to put host in front of my first name, Eric. What were they thinking? The moon looks cool right now. It's perfectly put in this hole in the tree. Let's pull some cards for people. I'm going to pull Since we only have 7 or 8 people here, I'm going to pull 3 cards for everybody. Actually, I'll pull a 5-card pull for everybody. All right, Cloud, here's your 5-card pull. Here's the frame. Ooh. 8 swords. And Cloud, here's the completed past. Ace of Pentacles. Here's the present. The Empress. Here's the emerging present. The 9 of Pentacles. And the Foundation. The Sun. You're living pretty large here, except for your frame. Your frame is 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords is terror, inability to cope, deep unhappiness, a breaking point, anguish, focusing on the past. Now, that might not be your anguish, right? It might be the anguish that's suffered by somebody that you're sleeping with and not taking very seriously. Something to consider. The Sun, you're just playing in general in life right now and loving life, you know? So keep that stuff in mind. Be kind to people. Be considerate of their feelings and their experience. It's important. I will check out your art. I'm very interested in seeing it. Your story. Do you have a link to it? Post a link if you got a link to it. I'm going to take you away as moderator in a second well, don't be wicked then. That's not okay. It's not okay to just say you're wicked and be like, that's fine. I mean, you don't want people to be wicked with you, do you? Cloud, god damn it. Put a link. I bet you, moderator, put a link. What's IG story? I don't know what IG story is. Oh. Okay. Why not? Why is there no link to it? What's an IG story? All right, you send me mail, fine. Countess, listen, I appreciate you. Don't listen to Cloud. He's just being a dick. Oh, Instagram story. Countess, this is your top card, the Moon. This is your completed past. It's just a deck of cards. Oh, wait, no, this is Gateway to Meditation. Your completed past is this one. It's the door. You've just completed going through a door of some sort. I leave those cards in there for fun. Your middle one, Page of Wands. Your emerging present is the Empress. And this one fell out, and this is the Foundation, 9 of Pentacles. What is the 9 of Pentacles anyway? Let me look at it. Independence, financial stability, thriving business, rewards through hard work, contentment, self-discipline. That's your foundation. That's a good foundation to have. Your frame right now, though, is the Moon, which means some of the things you're getting into might be a little bit illusory. Page of Wands, that's good news on the way shortly. Bright ideas, inspiration. And the Empress, your intuition, your feminine side, your vulva. They're all coming into play right now. All right, Countess, there's your 3 pull. 5 pull, I mean. Let's do a 5 pull for Winston's mom. Let's see what's going on in the terror escape of Winston's mom. Okay. Winston's mom, the frame is the 6 of cupos. The 6 of cupos. The 6 of cupos is, I think, the family, children, nostalgia, past influences, homesickness, youthfulness, creative family. Okay. And your completed past is the 10 of cups. That one says happiness, family, reunions, long-term relationships, stability, harmony, abundance, soulmates, fulfillment. The conscious present for Winston's mom, conscious present is King of Swords. You know, competency, kicking ass, taking names, that kind of stuff. And the emerging present, ooh, looks like you're emerging into a present where you knock over 3 cups and you're like, I cannot believe I spilled those cups of wine. That was so dumb of me. Why did I do that? Okay, and then the foundation is 8 sticks. Let's look at the 8 sticks. Hastiness, progress, action, exciting times, freedom, thinking on your feet, feeling energetic. That's the foundation. The frame, your 6 cups. It's a good frame, good foundation. Seems like you're in pretty good shape here, except for that one little bit of a problem card there. A little bit of a problem card there in the emerging present, maybe. But, you know, try not to knock over those 3 cups this time. This as well. Yeah, so try not to knock over those 3 cups. Even if you do, remember, there's still 2 cups standing up, right? You can still drink the wine from those cups. If you really are that determined to get drunk, Winston's mom. Lisa TJ, it's time for your pull. Are you ready? Your frame. Oh, you got this one too. This is the nostalgia one. Okay, now let's mix them up. And Lisa TJ, Pow. Your completed past is the Page of Pentacles. Your conscious present is the 7 of Cups. Your emerging present is it's the 2 of Pentacles. That means time to start handling your shit, lady. You got errands to run. Did you ever pick up the dry cleaning? You didn't, did you? It's time to go pick it up. Okay, you can't leave it there forever or else they'll sell your clothes. Now, the foundation, Piao. The moon. Wait, you got the moon. That's the foundation. The foundation is you're a dreamy person. You're dreamy, illusory. The frame, though, good times, nostalgia, family and past and stuff like that. Yeah, that does sound familiar. Cloud. Let's look at the Page of Pentacles. Good news in financial matters. That means the good news is in the past, but Seven of Cups is your present. Multiple possibilities, opportunities, but also wishful thinking and illusion. Taking on too much, not grounded in reality, which is why the emerging present requires you to balance your shit, to handle your shit. Okay, that's the Two of Pentacles. Try to find balance, adapt, juggle life, be resourceful. Because remember, you're built on a foundation of the moon. The moon. And what is the moon? Pay attention to dreams, trust intuition. Everything is not as it seems. Anxiety, fear, insecurity. If you really are an ISFJ, then your foundation truly is anxiety, fear, and insecurity. It's not your fault. It's just the nature of being an ISFJ. Have you heard of the ADHD drug called Stratters? No, I have not. Stratters. I never heard of Stratters. I never heard of ladders. I never heard of tatters at all. I never heard of batters. I never heard of wetters. I never heard of catters at all. Let's see. Fossology is here. Also, Matthias Sanchez, you need a poll. You need a poll. Matthias Sanchez from Argentina. Argentina. That's how you pronounce it in fancy talk. Here's your frame. Two of rods. Here's your completed past. King of Pence. Here's your conscious present. Seven of Pence. Here's your meow. Here's your emerging present. This one. Queen of Swords. And here is your foundation. This one. The Hierophant. Okay, so 2 sticks. Let's find out what 2 sticks is. 2 sticks, 2 paths, 2 decisions, planning, anticipation, restlessness, wanderlust, sudden departure, lack of contentment. That's the frame for you right now, Matthias Sanchez. Now, your completed past was King of Pence. That means the completed past was maturity, grounded, bettering your self-stability. You're ending a stable phase. Your current present, 7 of Pence. Things coming to fruition, results, patience, planning, taking stock, finishing what you started. So you're finishing up that period of solidness, so to speak, and you're moving into a Queen of Swords kind of life, which is you're being honest, protective, self-reliant, realistic, skeptical, open-minded, problem solver. You know, a little bit cutting, though. You can be cutting as well in your talk. And it's all under foundation of the Hierophant, which means you need to learn to or successfully accomplish doing things by the book, by the rules. You know, it's the sort of non-intuitive path. What work didn't I finish? I see Theo. Theo's here, everybody. This is rather a naughty chat room this morning, I must say. She might not be pretend, Countess. You don't know. She could be real. No, we're not saying the girls pretend. We're saying her INFJ-ness is pretend. Cloud. I'm not saying that. That's what she's saying. It's the INFJ's-ness that's pretend. Okay, well, but Countess is saying that we can't trust your typing people. I'm not saying I agree with her. I'm just explaining her position. I'm not saying I disagree with her either. Do you pluvophile? What's pluvophile? I got to look that word up. Pluviophile? A lover of rain? Pluviophile, a lover of rain. Hold on there, Countess. Hold on a second. I might want a Serbian money. Pluviophile, a lover of rain. Learn something new every day. I had no idea that word existed. Pluviophile. Cool. You're on top chat, Winston's mom. That's why. If you put it on live chat, then you'll see all the things. Top chat eliminates all the dirty words. Says dirty words, they are no good for you and me. Dirty words. Wickedness is inherent in your ugly intestines and held in place by your sphincter. That's a great sentence. I don't think if your viewers are on Facebook, I see those messages, stay on Facebook, but I am on yours. I don't really go on Facebook anymore either. Every once in a while, I'll go on Facebook because I need to communicate with somebody specific. And a lot of times, the only way I have is Facebook message. Ain't nothing wrong with Serbians. Ain't nothing wrong with Serbians. You know? Whatever happened to the Herzegovinians? That's what I want to know. Didn't you guys used to be Serbia/Herzegovina? What happened to Herzegovina? I want to know. Where did Herzegovina go? Is it its own country now? Is there a Herzegovina, or is it just Serbia now? They get rid of Herzegovina. Serbia and Montenegro? That doesn't answer the question, what happened to Herzegovina? Did it just disappear? Oh, Bosnia and Herzegovina are one country, and Serbia and Montenegro are another country? Ooh, you got timed up by Winston's mom, Cloud. It's like a double timeout. They took over Bermuda. Herzegovina took over Bermuda. Oh, well, that explains it. That explains everything now. Are you sure they didn't take over the Falkland Islands? I would like them to have taken over the Falkland Islands instead. Does Argentina have the Falkland Islands yet, or are they still British? Curvaceous. Theo, curvaceous. We don't use that word here. You may not refer to yourself as curvaceous, Theo. I'm sorry. Winston's mom, I defer to you on your moderator decisions completely. Okay. You do what you think's best. I trust your judgment. So, if look, if Cloud called somebody it rhymes with bunt cake, then I don't blame you for timing him out at all. There's no reason to be doing that. I bet those Galapagosian turtles are delicious. You know, I hope when he finally died that they ate Lonely George. Now, there's a delicacy. The last member of a species. Eat that fucker. That's a delicacy. You are not going to have many opportunities to eat the last member of a species. And you know that because it's so difficult to get that kind of meat, that it must be absolutely delicious. There's no reason to be busting out bunt cake people. Stop being a bunt cake has been appropriate thing to say instead. You're a bunt cake is fine. Everybody knows what you mean if you say you're a bunt cake. How about deep fried dodo bird? Well, you know, if we could find one, I'd kill it and fry it for sure. I'd kill it and I'd deep fry that sucker. I bet it's delicious. Why do you think they went extinct? Not because they tasted bad. That's not why they went extinct. Not because they were untasty. Well, one of the big benefits of Cuba's nonsense that they do is, you know, that the ecosystem around Cuba is utterly pristine because they keep their people off of boats because they don't want them to sail away. And so it's like nobody really fishes there. It's Cuban waters, and so they've got these perfect reefs and everything all around Cuba. It's like the environmental sanctuary of that part of the ocean. I mean, it's one of the ancillary benefits of denying your people progress, I guess. Yeah, we'll see what's going on with my dad. I have a lot of mia for my dad. A lot of moisture. A lot of, I don't know, sense of responsibility and well, I mean, yeah. You are very busy on the internet, That's so small. I'm not really that busy on the internet. I'm going to pull a poll for Theo Servinos here. Theo, here's your friend. 3 sticks. Here's your past. Temperance. Enough temperance. Here's your present. Walking across 6 swords. Your past is hot. And your emerging present. Queen of Pence. She's pretty sexy too. And your foundation. The Wheel of Fortune. Spin it round, round, round it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. Wheel of Fortune. That's your foundation. You're just like, whatever happens, happens. We'll find out. It's your life. 3 of Sticks. 3 of Sticks is travel, foreign land, moving forward, foresight, self-belief, freedom, happy with choices, hard work paying off. Good frame, good foundation. You've put aside temperance. It's time to get untemperate. And then in the present, though, you got your 6 swords. Healing, moving forward, calm after a storm, overcoming hardship, relief, intuition. That's good. Those are good 6 swords for you. And then the emerging present. Queen of Pentacles. Maturity, grounded, social butterfly, generous, prosperity, no nonsense. You are very no nonsense. Welcoming, financially independent. So it looks like you got a pretty good pull here. Pretty good pull. You should be pretty happy with that, Theo. That'll be $400. PayPal me anytime. That's $400 you ever spent. Who cares if you're a gypsy or not? That's ridiculous. Yes. Good. Thank you, Theo. I have solved all your problems. It was a tragedy is how it went, Theo. I had a nice conversation with Fenty Deluxe. We recorded the conversation to make a video out of it. And then I realized I didn't record audio on my end. I didn't record my own audio. I only recorded him. So it's kind of a wasted video. Like, I can't do anything with it. And I fucked it up. I feel sad about it. It was a really good video on the EFPs and the HPs. It was fun. What makes you think the INFP is the ideal one? Cloud, don't be a chaotic volcano of chaos, okay? Try to keep it together. Chill style. Sean, Ryan, Barron, hello. You're going to get a pull right now. I'm pulling. I'm going to give your penis a tug, okay? Here we go. Your frame, Sean, Ryan, Barron, is 2 of Pentacles. Handle your shit, dude. That means you're not doing some errands you need to do. Did you deposit that check yet? Did you pay your phone bill? Huh? Did you? That's the frame here. You handle your shit. Past. Completed past, 7 sticks. Present. Justice. Emerging present. Some people mistakenly refer to it as the future. The lovers. Ooh. To the law. To the Lizzo. Look at those boobs. Boobs on that lady. And your foundation. How many cups is that? 8 cups? 8 cups. Let's see. Your 7 sticks. Okay, so the frame is handle your shit. The past is 7 sticks. Standing up for beliefs, protective, determined, taking the high road, being scapegoated, stamina. The present is justice. Karmic justice, consequences, cause and effect, legal disputes, honesty, weighing up your options, balance. The future is the love. Love, soulmates, kindred spirits, partnerships, major choices, romance, shared values. And the foundation is 8 big, delicious cups. Oh, yeah. I love those 8 cups. Walking away, letting go, escapism, self-discovery, withdrawal, looking for the truth. That's your foundation, okay? But don't remember that on top of that foundation, number 1 card here, handle your shit, mister. Have you mowed the lawn? You need to mow the lawn. The grass is looking ridiculous. It's getting completely out of hand. It's bringing down the value of all the houses in the neighborhood. Countess, listen. ISTJs are terrible at debate. That's how they are at debate. As are ISFJs. 4th slot NE does them no good. Osling. Is that like a baby oos? Get it? Yeah, sure, Shaman Bear. You can interpret it that way if you like. ISTJ's potential is low. Listen, Countess, I don't think you calling him handsome was hitting him. Okay? Being a nice person and saying nice things about other people does not necessarily mean you're hitting on somebody. All right. So there you go. Friends, neighbors, countrymen. Must we bicker and squabble over who killed whom. Countess, that's not so bad, really. Serbian cows are known as the sexiest of all cows. Hey, you know what's interesting? I am so numerologically entitled that my phone number, not including the area code, adds up to 33. Adds up to 33. It's true. Well, Cloud, you did call her a bundt cake after all. People don't like being called bundt cakes. When somebody calls me a bundt cake, I'm like, no, I'm a regular cake. 7-hour drive. If I leave at 6, I get there at 1. I have to book a motel still. I haven't booked a hotel room yet. I have this inkling to go to Best Western. I like Best Western hotels. They're pretty good usually. You know, it's an interesting word. I was thinking yesterday is the word upside down. It's like you'd think it would really have its own word, but it doesn't have a word. Instead, upside down. I mean, it makes sense. You know, the upside's down. But it seems like when your cousin's girlfriend's party upstairs, she sends him down. Did you see the stairs? Did you see any food? Well, Cloud, I will tell you this much. Spending a lot of time in talking with famous people live streams is step one to becoming a millionaire. Okay, step one. Step two, spend even more time in talking with famous people live streams. And that's how you become a billionaire. Because this is one of the most productive things that you can do. Theo, I also get money from nowhere when I'm broke. It's weird. Like, there was this time that I really needed $5,000. Like, right now, we had to pay rent. I was broke as fuck. I was like, I need $5,000. And then this cop pushed me, and I complained to the city about it, and they offered me $5,000. You know, I was like, "Fuck yeah!" That's so slabby, you know. And it came in like the day I needed it. You know, it's so weird. So Montenegro, huh? Montenegro. Are they called Montenegrons? Is that what somebody from Montenegro is called? A Montenegron? Or are they called a Montenegrin? Or a Montegronian? Am I trying to provoke you? I'm not trying to provoke you, Cloud. I'm talking about Montenegro. Yeah. I'm like Jesus. I love everybody. Jesus loves everybody. The upside is the top. So if the top is down, it's time to go to the beach. There's nothing immoral about investing. You know, companies create new wealth. Investing in them is a good way for you to partake in some of that new wealth. If you're living in America, which you're not, but if you are, then it's ridiculous because your taxed money that you choose to invest is then taxed again when your investment pays off as a capital gain. So that's one of the things I want to change when I become president. Eliminate capital gains taxes entirely. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. It has such a massive impact on the economy too. It makes people hold their money in one place for longer than they want to. Cloud, you are so abrasive. Traveling's for losers. I'm not a huge fan of traveling, but I've traveled all over the world, and I learned some things. I'm glad I went to Taiwan. I'm glad I went to China. I'm glad I went to Russia. Those were 3 trips that changed my perspective somewhat. I went to Russia shortly after the collapse of communism, not that long after it. And it takes 7 hours to get there. I figure it might take me 8 if I'm stoppy, take pictures, stuff like that, which I sometimes get a little stoppy. But I also know that I'm not going to be able to check into the hotel until 2 p.m. So I don't necessarily want to leave right away. I was originally telling myself we were going to leave at 5 a.m. Well, this is what you have to do, Sean Ryan Barron. You have to tell him, I'm not happy. I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. And it's not because you're not trying hard enough or anything like that. It's because it's too much water under the bridge. We can't fix it. Just gotta tell him that. Water under the bridge is huge. It's like that article I read the other day on the live stream. There's when any partner brings negativity into a relationship, says negative things about the other person, those stick and get remembered. When people make enough mistakes or just bad acts or whatever, then there becomes too much weight on the relationship, too many bad things to process, and good things weigh a lot less than bad things. So one of the crucial elements of a lasting relationship is you have to avoid mistakes. You have to avoid them early, and you have to continue avoiding them indefinitely. And certain kind of mistakes are worse than others. So I don't know what kind of mistakes this person has made, but if they've made the kind of mistakes that stick, that you can't let go exactly, that make it difficult for you to meaningfully engage in a authentically vulnerable way and trust the person fundamentally to be telling the truth when they're being vulnerable with you, then you got to split. And, Countess, I got to say, groundhogs are pretty attractive creatures. Okay, well, there you go. That's it right there. You've got unresolved boundary crossings. Boundary crossings always have to be resolved. And if they if they're left unresolved, they come up again and again and again, and you'll never get any sense of equity in the relationship. So that's the bottom line. If he's somebody who can't admit when he's wrong, who can't have an honest, open conversation with you in which he goes, "I'm sorry, I was wrong. I ought not have done that," then you're wasting your time. Sean Ryan Barron, I'm pretty convinced you are an INFJ from my interactions with you. Okay, well, you need an ENTP or an INTP, preferably an ENTP. You know. I mean, you could try your dual ESTP, but ESTP can be a little brutalizing. You know, that's my perception of it anyway. That they're just such a rough and tumble, overtly sexual quality to ESTPs that they can be a little incautious with people's feelings. What am I projecting? Well, what I said is I get the sense, I've never dated an ESTP, so I don't really know, but I get the sense that they're a little careless with people's feelings sometimes. That there's this well, from what I understand, talking with Rachel about her experience with an ESTP boyfriend, is there was an intensity there, but she can never really pin the ESTP down on what the nature of the relationship was. In contrast, I'm all about defining the relationship. I think that's one of the big differences between ESTPs and ENTPs is how they treat relationships. And the other thing is, like, ESTPs kind of exude a certain sexual energy, and I'm kind of the opposite in that way. It's like I exude a mostly asexual kind of neutrality, you know. When I'm talking about ideas, I'm not focused on the physical world very much. So it's like, you know, when my attention's not on the physical world, it's not on the physical world, which means when I'm talking to people, regardless of their gender, about ideas, then that's what I'm doing. And I'm not thinking about the chicks as chicks. I'm just thinking them as people, you know. But ESTPs, males and females, have this quality of engaging people on their physical, yeah, you know. I like ESPs like Taylor, but they are not as masculine overall as you are. Don't you recognize this? I mean, people are trying to convince me I'm fairly masculine. The thing is, uh, it's odd to me because I guess it's a changing social mores. Um, my kind of my kind of self is much more. It's about talking, right? And talking historically, when I was growing up, was a area for women, and men were the strong, silent type. I was never very good at sports either, so when was growing up, male social capital derived from competence in sports, and this this reality where I have people telling me that sort of stuff that I who's animal magnetism. I mean, that's just fucking nuts. I don't know where that came from because that has not been my experience at all in life. My whole life has been filled with, chicks don't like me as a dude. They like me fine as a person, which I was always satisfied with. It was like, okay, even when I went through a long period of time when I was single in my 20s, I went through about 4 years or something. I came to the conclusion that, okay, well, chicks don't like me like that, but um, I can still have them in my life and have good relationships with them as people, and I don't want to do anything to sacrifice that. So I'll just completely withdraw all sexual energy. Um, so it's nice. It feels good. I do feel very secure now in life, in myself. I don't really have a lot of active insecurities. Um, those that I had were probably about women, and that's been resolved. I've got a very affirming partner now who's very nice to me, says a lot of nice things, and I get a lot of affirmation around here. You get to hear things like what Winston's mom says, which is bizarro world for sure. Let me tell you that. This is bizarro world. Let me see if I can figure out the Spanish. Su mal vivir en la realidad leviare, Eric. Okay, so I can almost read it. Something like, you're bad to live in a realistic story or something. Eric, un país de sueños. País de sueños. Something of sleeping or something. Donde volviendo a ser un niño, él podrá cumplir la profecía de su nombre. Ser un rey ponderoso? What's a ponderoso? To be a golden. Is that Ray? Powerful, potent. What's Ray? Rey in Spanish. Let me see. Ponderoso, powerful. Oops. king. Powerful king. His evil living in reality will lead Eric to a country of dreams where once again he is a child who will be able to fill the prophecy of his name to be a powerful king. Who's evil living in reality? Am I evil living in reality? Am I living evil in reality? I don't think so. Bad. Bad living. It's not evil. Mal isn't evil, it's bad. Our expression de esta demanda inconsciente podrá ser the expression of this unconscious demand may be reinforced if within the genealogy a child has died from an illness. This child, Eric, will continue watching him day and night, and those insomnia will be the only expression of his courage. Well, I don't know what any of that really means there, Matthias Sanchez, but I appreciate it regardless. Yeah, it makes me think of Bonanza too. Went to Orlando for 2 weeks, and there was an all-you-can-eat called Ponderosa. Okay, it's 5 a.m. I think that means it's time for me to start getting ready to go to Arizona. So I'm going to I'm going to end this live stream. Thank you all for being here. Even to Reno 5 times and Boston once. Why go to Reno of all places 5 times? That is so odd. Oh, you had a girlfriend in Reno. I remember. I know why. Never mind. Bye, everybody. Don't forget to eat plenty of cheese. Thanks for the luck in my travels. I will utilize it to arrive safely.